I'm Alicia Steinman.
I'm Zoe Liney.
And I'm Samantha Weaver.
And we decided to explore the topic of the holistic admissions process. So on the MIT admissions website, they claim that the applications process is about people, about you, and not about your numbers. Yale explains that they look for applicants with a concern for something larger than themselves. These statements convey that universities are using a holistic process to decipher the quality of an applicant's personality once test scores and grade point averages are overlooked. This idea was further evaluated through exploring the effects of the holistic admissions process on college applicants, which led to our research question. This was further researched primarily through the cultural and social lens. The holistic admissions process refers to comprehending multiple criterions to analyze an entire application. Colleges will look past grade point averages and evaluate what a student could bring to a college community. As shown in the holistic pie, there are three major considerations in this evaluation: your academics, work, school, and life experiences, and your personal qualities. An applicant may begin to alter their lifestyle to reflect the concept of a quality student for the sole reason of college acceptance.
The holistic admissions process was created in response to universities secretly accepting students to promote racial diversity. Colleges have been accused of using race as a factor in admission processes, which is also known as affirmative action. Pauline Chen, a doctor in medical care and former student at the Icahn School of Medicine at Mount Sinai, states that the school has been engaged in an even more radical version of the holistic review. Starting in 1987, they began offering an early assurance program to a select few college sophomores. These students did not have to take the MCAT, a medical school entrance exam, and were guaranteed a slot in the medical school if they continued to study humanity or social sciences and maintained a 3.5 grade point average, instead of pursuing the traditional pre-medical science program. Despite this less traditional process, a recent study proved that the selected students performed at the same level as those who had entered through the more standard process. Furthermore, applicants who have been denied acceptance into college have blamed the school for violating the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment, as displayed in two famous cases known as the Regents of California versus Bake case in 1978 and the Grutter versus Bollinger case in 1997. Alan Bake, a white male, applied and was denied admission twice to the California Medical School at Davis. This university reserved 16 admission slots specifically for minorities. A comparison of Bake's qualifications to the minorities revealed that his grade point average and test scores exceeded the majority. Although a consensus was never reached, this case has led to new regulations to help make applicants feel as though their rights are not being imposed upon. A similar case occurred in 1997, in which Barbara Grutter accused the University of Michigan Law School of discriminating against her for her race. The court, however, ruled that the university had not infringed on Grutter's rights.
So we decided to look upon the social effects of the holistic admissions by evaluating different social stereotypes. So Ruth Starkman, an application reviewer for Berkeley, relays her experience rating applications. She explains that applications ranked a 1 to a 2.5 were likely to be placed at the top of the pile, but a 3 to a 5 has a low chance of acceptance. Starkman explains that she asked an officer about an Asian student who she thought was a 2, but had only received a 3. The officer replied, "Oh, you will get a lot of them." She said the same when Starkman asked why a low-income student with top grades and scores and who had served in the Israeli army was a 3. The applicants Starkman referred to both met college standards regarding grades, but it became obvious that affirmative action programs were implemented. Starkman noticed that admission officers still have difficulty separating an applicant's qualities from their race, ethnicity, and gender.
This table displays a breakdown of qualified applicants by race from year 2 of using Applications Quest to determine a holistically diverse pool of students. A program known as an Application Quest was implemented as a response to the issue of minority school scholarships. that have been used to increase racial diversity in colleges. It determines which students are qualified to be part of race-specific programs. Application quests set out to eliminate the use of race-exclusive scholarships.
Like any other aspect in the world, the holistic admission process has its benefits and drawbacks. Because the process involves college students, there are several questions raised about its principles. Starting with the benefits. The enrichment of college students by incorporating diversity within a college campus. With the holistic admission process, colleges are able to accept people from various socioeconomic backgrounds, much which benefits the university as a whole by enhancing each student's ability to embrace differences in society by introducing diversity at a pivotal point in their life. According to Chris Peterson, a teacher of comparative media studies and writing at MIT, college is an environment in which one undergoes socialization, and so we have to take a greater deal of care in the constitution of the class because whom it is composed of will greatly affect your experience. The other benefit is that it creates more opportunities for those who do not test well. Without these opportunities, colleges are missing out on many of the bright minds that cannot be seen through test scores that come from tests such as the SAT and ACT, but from other components such as internships and volunteering. On to the drawbacks. The first drawback is that advice from colleges to present your true self can be misleading and often lead to false inferences. Dr. Phoebe Malt's article, The False Promise of the Holistic Admission, displays the problems through high school senior Susie Lee West. West said, "For years we were lied to. Colleges tell you to be yourself," and Bovey concluded that just being yourself wasn't enough. Then finally, the second drawback is the question of the validity of the process, which is really looking at the strength of it. The holistic admission process has not been assessed in great detail at some universities, which can be disastrous because according to Dr. Clarence D. Kreider, a professor of medicine, admission committee's decisions are practically the equivalent of deciding who will be tomorrow's physicians. Evaluating the benefits and drawbacks helped us come up with the conclusion.
So we concluded through exploring the benefits and drawbacks of a holistic admissions process that evaluating multiple criterions ultimately benefits an applicant in regards to college admissions. The holistic admissions process helps the majority, and that is the main purpose of college.